So from time to time, people hire me to be their trustee on their land trust all around the country. So we will be your trustee. But I want to show you a big mistake that you better not be making. And I'm going to introduce you to one of my attorneys. He's going to walk you through this huge mistake. I don't want you to make this mistake when you're setting up your land trusts. Let's do it. Greetings, class. It's Chris Haskins with therealestateroundup.com. My mission and my ministry is to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing and entrepreneurship. In doing that, I have this path that I'm walking, and I want to share with you what not to do when you're setting up your land trust. Big no-no. And I'm going to bring my attorney on to walk you through why you shouldn't do this also. I'm extremely blessed to be approaching 4 million views, Roundup family. My Rounduppers, I love you. We are almost at 50,000 subscribers. Thank you. I'm honored that you allow me to pour my little bit of education into you to raise your financial literacy. Let's do this. Okay, so what happened last week? This investor calls me out of Florida. Nothing new. I'm a trustee for people all around the country. Like I told you that a second ago. It's a service that I provide to my community, right? And my community is the entire country. People hire me to do this because they know I have integrity, and I'm going to do exactly what needs to be done to get the deal closed in your land trust, right? But let me show you this deed. Let's bring this deed up on the screen. So this title company or attorneys or attorney created this deed, the general warranty deed. The general warranty deed, which is the standard deed that we use that goes back infinitely. It covers you when you buy property against any person from that day back, right? So when you have a general warranty deed, whoever is signing on the deed that's buying it, or whoever's name is on the deed, is the person that's liable starting from today into the future, right? So what I don't want you to do is have your name or your company name on title, my Rounduppers. You better not have your company name or your name or your company name. That's why I encourage you to use, or I'm stressing to you, good gracious, I can't come through the camera, make you use land trust, but I can gently encourage, right? So in getting your name off of title, you're going to put your land trust on title, or something we call a revocable living trust. And if you want to know more about land trust, I put a link into one of my previous videos, walks you step by step through how to set up a land trust, right? Or what a land trust is. But let's look at this deed. They tried to put, I'm stuttering. They tried to put your boy in a trick bag, y'all. So listen, here's the deed. And I blanked out the trust name because I don't know what these guys, I don't know them. They email me the documents. I sign, mail it back, right? So let's look at the deed. General warranty deed made this September, blah, 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 by Chris Haskins, individually, and as trustee of the blank family land trust dated blank. Dated September 23rd. Okay, I want you to see that. Let me repeat that. Chris Haskins, individually, and as trustee of this trust, right? How in the world is this possible, Rounduppers? Hey, my beautiful daughter. Hi. How is this possible, Roundup family? They are putting me personally on this deed. Can you imagine? So the way this reads, and I have got my attorney waiting for us. We're going to cut to talk to my attorney about this, and she's going to explain to you, what does individually actually mean? So let's go talk to Jessica Segal to explain to us. You've seen the deed. You're seeing it. This is the deed that I got in the mail to sign for them. So let's see what attorney Jessica Segal says about a trustee signing, individually. Let's talk to Jessica. Okay, so I've got attorney Jessica Segal with us today. Hey, Jay, how you doing?
Hey, how are you? I'm good. Good. Happy Friday.
Yeah, same to you. So Jessica has graciously given us her time just to chime in on this trustee deed thing. She's been an attorney, a litigating attorney, since 2000, Jay. And Jessica, just give us your opinion on, being personally signing for this deed.
Sure. So, yeah, I've been in practice since 2000, and I've seen a lot of deals go sideways. I don't ever want to see you sign in your personal name. Okay. When you sign in your personal name, you're giving up those personal liability protections that you get from being a trustee or from being a member of an LLC. So you only want to sign documents as trustee or as member of the LLC. If you were to sign that trustee deed as you personally, you're basically saying that anybody can sue you personally for anything you may do in your capacity as trustee. And that's really dangerous for you. So you don't ever want to sign personally. You only want to sign as trustee. And in the trust document, it says right in the body of the trust document that you cannot be held personally responsible and that you cannot be personally sued in your capacity as trustee. So if you it's almost like you're waiving that liability protection by saying I'm personally signing these documents.
Well, it says, let me just clarify the deed itself that we looked at. It says individually. So, I mean, what does individually mean? Go ahead.
Meaning that you, as Chris Haskins, not just as the trustee. So what that basically means is you personally.
Okay. So it's the same thing.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
So in your opinion, Jessica, when I talk to them, and I know you don't know the whole story regarding their level of awareness, they told me that this is how they did it in Florida. And I mean, is that something
well, how many times have we heard somebody say, but that's how we always do it? And just because that's how you always do it doesn't mean that it's right, one, or two, required. Okay. So if they want you to be their trustee, then your answer is going to be, I'm signing it as trustee only and not individually. If you don't like my terms, then I'm not going to sign the document.
Great. Yeah. That's exactly
right. Sometimes you have to give a little pushback, especially when it's a different state than the one you're in. And maybe they do things differently there. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be done that way. You know, if an attorney comes back to you and says, this is the statutory language, this is required here, look at the law, that's then another conversation you have with your legal counsel. But for purposes of a land trust or a deed or any of these other documents that you're signing as trustee, you only want to sign it in your capacity as trustee, not individually.
Yeah. Have you ever seen, now let me ask you, you're in New York, is that something that you're seeing up there? A trustee has to be individually signing too?
No, not at all. It would say trustee, your name, Chris Haskins, as trustee, or it would be as member of the LLC, but it's not going to be individually.
Yeah.
And when you and I discussed that, I said, don't sign it that way. Because then if some deal goes sideways and, they want to, and there's damages, they're going to bring you in personally. And you've said many times when you're the trustee, you just show up to court and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm no longer the trustee, or I'm just the trustee, whatever you say. And then you're out of it. If you're individually named, then you are personally going to be part of that lawsuit. So it's very dangerous.
Yeah, that's right. I have been to court. I literally showed up in front of a judge.
Yes.
That was interesting. Okay, is that all you got for us, Jay, on this individual thing, on this deed?
Yes. So I would say, like, exactly what your concerns were. Don't sign it individually. Sign it as only trustee.
Gotcha. All right, cool. Thank you for your time.
All right. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Okay, so you've heard from an attorney that's been doing this business since 2000, right? You know exactly why we should not be signing personally. They got me personally on this deed, right? But what they should have done, what Jessica just explained to us, was I only need to be the trustee for this land trust. So don't fall into this trap. And let me tell you the story. Let me give you some dialogue with the title company or the attorney that tried to make me sign this. When I called them up, I said, I can't remember their name. What was it? Right Title. You got me down here personally for this deed, but I'm just the trustee for this deed. Why do you have me down here personally? And you know what? She pulled the card on me. Well, that's how we do it here down in Florida. That's how we do it in Florida. I'm like, I've been doing this. And I hate pulling the card of I've been doing this for X years, because it's really irrelevant how long you've been doing something. You can learn how to do something the right way in the first year and do it for the rest of your career, right? But I don't like telling people I've been doing this since 2004 because it doesn't matter. But long story short, the title company said that they were not going to change it, and this is how it is. So they went back to I told them I wasn't going to sign this. I refused to be individually, personally liable for a house that I've never seen or never plan on seeing, right? I'm just not signing, doing my fiduciary duties of being the trustee. So hang the phone up. They go do their research, come back a day later, new deed, Chris Haskins, trustee for the trust, right? And my mailing address. So we got it all corrected, and your boy didn't have to go on liable. What if I signed this thing personally and individually, and somebody tripped and fell in that house, and they're gonna come back to sue me for a house that I have nothing to do with? Crazy. So make sure you do not make this mistake when you are, whether you're going to be the trustee or you have your trustee sign for your land trust. Do not have them personally or individually sign on that deed. All right, they're signing in the capacity of that trust only, my round-uppers. All right, so that's been your training for today. Make sure you never, ever. This is work. I mean, they're putting you on it twice, individually and in the capacity of the trust. So we've got that out of the way. I don't care what state you live in. You better not be signing individually for these houses. All right. So don't forget, my round-uppers. Make sure you take a second to subscribe. Hit that bell so you know when we will be going live. And like this content if I've provided any value for you in your real estate investing career. Okay, Roundup. This is Chris Haskins with TheRealEstateRoundup.com. I'll see you next time. Peace.